Hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a very comfortable 61 degree Friday the 22nd of July. I think it's only supposed to be about 71 degrees today, and looks like partly or mostly cloudy. Old Kai hanging out over there. I hear a tractor running in the background. Sure this isn't Saturday morning, not Friday morning. This feels like a stay-at-home day today. Got a nice little breeze that feels so good. Nice and comfortable. All right, let's get Friday going so we can get the weekend here. It only made it up to 64 here in Vancouver.
I know.
Weather didn't change. Off and on, the fog was thick enough it was misting the windows.
Yeah.
Not enough to hit the wipers, but you could see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. So we pretty much had no spring. So now we're just going to go, we enter summer, we're just going to slide back into fall. It kind of has that feeling to it.
Yeah.
But I'm not complaining. The cooler weather, that doesn't bother me one iota.
Next week. So enjoy what you have now.
Heck yeah. The Yamaha demo days are here. They got all the bikes all lined up out there.
Yep. Today and tomorrow.
Yep. Come ride yourself. Yamaha. All right. Love you. See you, Mama. Have a wonderful Friday.
You too, baby.
We'll see you later on.
All right.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Check it out. A 2020 Spyder RT Limited in what's it called? Asphalt gray or something like that. Here, I need to let this guy in. Anyway, she drove here from a long ways away. I won't say, I don't want to ID people's locations and whatnot, but anyway, she's got a Limp home mode that keeps kicking, and her trunk keeps showing that it's open when it's not. Well, the switch in the trunk is bad, and some of these brake light switches we've been noticing go bad. We've been putting the newer 2022 ones in them. And I think, I looked up the 2020 switch, and I told Kelly, I said, hey, I left a pick ticket on your keyboard. I said, I mistakenly looked up the 2020 brake light switch for a 2020. I said, would you just grab a 22 anything, because they're all the same switch. And just look up an RT Limited. Look at the brake light switch, see if the part number is different. If it is, that's what I want you to order. The 22 model. It's sealed better, and it's just a better switch. But anyway, as I'm testing this switch, the brake light can go off and on, and I think that, the sequence of the brake light switch freaking out freaks the bike out, because it deems that as you've lost pressure. Because like I've explained to you guys before, when the brake light comes on, the computer is expecting to see brake pressure. But my worry is, one, the brake lights kind of do this little off and on thing, which is scary enough. But, she lives a ways away, and there's a lot of, fast highway, depending on which way she goes. And anyway, she could go into Limp home mode, bombing down the highway, and yeah, you don't want to be in Limp mode and going down the shoulder. You do not want to be that target. So I don't know, man, I try to advise people all the time, don't do anything, don't set yourself up for failure with doing a customer weight thing. If it's some simple, like put an accessory on or an oil change, that kind of a thing, because you never know. When you have diagnosis stuff, and the reason I'm riding it right now is she was having some brake noise, but it's just the brake pads, it's nothing wrong with the brakes, everything's good. It's the high metallic content in the brake pads with these things. They do have that metal to metal sound to them. You hear that sound every once in a while. So I looked over the brakes because the way that rear Brembo caliper hangs down underneath there, I've seen rocks flip in and ride in that little pathway. You know, the pads are up here and, you know, disc is going through, but there's almost a cup. It's like almost inviting something to fall in there, you know. Every once in a while you get a rock in there and it'll make this crazy scratching sound. Doesn't hurt the disc. It does a really cool job of polishing a rock though. And the noise stops because it just wears the little pebble away, you know. But it's the front brake she's complaining of, and that's the ones everybody hears. BRP started using the Brembo brakes, and then all that people complained about that kind of went away. Well, here comes the new body style Spyder that you now hear everything. You hear a belt whistle that literally was always there, but the bike goes down the road so quiet, now you hear that stuff. The service advisor asked, you know, is she real gentle on the brakes or are you really hard on the brakes? Either one of those can cause some glazing. You just kind of want to be all over the place on your brakes. Don't always be gentle and don't always be hard. Man, did I just hear what I think I just heard? I haven't seen this in a long time. In fact, I had to find my little helper tool today to work on a Sea to Sky because I couldn't find it in his trunk. Well, sometimes you don't get that little latch in there, and it's got a backup thing you got to push. Well, it's very obvious when they're loose. Shit, she's probably got tools or something in the trunk. I just heard something clunk that sounded like the trunk was loose. I've definitely seen that though, because man, that switch in there that locks that trunk down can be a bear. So now they come with that little helper puck, and it even has a 3/8 hole in it, so you can even use a ratchet with an extension and lock that thing down or unlock it depending on what it is. And you need to make sure you're in the right area. Don't get confused that you can go forward and aft and not fall in the hole correctly too. So don't immediately put the put the tool on there. You need to make sure it's seated down so that the little fingers grab. It looks like a little key lock, quarter turn type thing. But the air brakes are nice and quiet. But these things, even if I push them across the floor, especially the newer they are, the more... It was a dog, well, relieving himself. If that did show up, I apologize. Oh, you guys see it. Every time Sasha or Annie or one of the other dogs, oh, your dog was... Come on. That's what you got out of the video. Are you 12 years old? That is funny. I don't blame you for mentioning it. Ooh, somebody's having a party there, utilizing the field for extra parking. Good old Spyder RT. Oh, the coolest thing. I can't wait to hear him come back and tell me what he thinks. He was an early 1330 adopter. He got one of the first 14s that came out. He's had that thing ever since. Anyways, we're talking about, you know, will I notice a difference? And he goes, I watch your videos, I hear you say. I go, which one you looking at? He goes, I want to go to the top. He goes, is that Sky thing? It's called Sky. I said, the Sea to Sky? Yeah, that's it. He goes, is that the cream of the crop? I said, that is the cream of the crop. Well, whatever happened with the original deal on that Sea to Sky that I just rode you guys on, it is available again, and he's probably already drove off with it. Traded in his 14 and bought himself that Sea to Sky. Holy moly. he's gonna freak out. It's so different. Oh, I said the best way to describe it is just this: BRP reinvented the Spyder with that RT. I said it's that much different, that much nicer. He's just this overwhelming feeling, and that sea to sky with them seats. Oh man, I love it when people. It's like when you align a Spyder that's just grossly out of alignment. It's amazing how at times they'll come back or they'll call back or whatever and just go, holy moly, I had no idea. It's not that big of a thing now because they pretty much come from the factory close enough that you don't need to put a lot of worry in it. It's just a thing we do. We absolutely zero them out, and every once in a while I'll hook one up and I'm going, yeah, very glad I checked alignment on this one. You know, they mass produce these things. There's humans interacting with them. Humans are fallible. Nobody purposely does something wrong, but things happen. It's just the way of the world. So every once in a while, and they're not far enough off that it would be bad or anything, but I would notice it. I'd go, ooh, something's just not perfect here. But I never ride them before. In fact, a lot of those that I aligned, that sea to sky was kind of unique because it got all its missing components, and I thought I got them all. And well, I don't remember aligning a sea to sky, and sure enough, I didn't. So I got it when it was all put together. That's all I had to do to it was the alignment, and then I took you guys for a ride. Well, I think that's enough testing, enough stopping and going. Bumps, my normal test ride detection route. And she's good to go. And I haven't got that code to kick off. She needs to not like ride the brake lightly, either be on the brake or off the brake. You don't have to be aggressive. I'm not being aggressive. I did a couple times, but it's when you're like lightly, I can reach down with my hand, you know, I can see it glowing in the shop, and if I lightly touch the pedal, the brake lights are going off and on, and yeah, that bike's gonna see that and go, nope, I don't think so. So she shouldn't do that unless she's, you know, feathering that brake while she's going down the highway at speed. She should be okay. I suggest not riding it at all. But she's a long ways from home. So the fans just came on. And that reminds me of something. These, I haven't had any issues with these, but be careful what kind of additional covers you put on those radiators. I've seen them make them run hot. And I noticed something. I noticed when I was getting on it, looks like it's stock. Of course, the fan's running, you're not going to hear it. But I thought it was the mat moving on there. And then when I got off of this thing, I'm going, wait a minute. I don't know if you guys can hear this or not. Something ain't tight down there. Now I've seen that people put these, I think you can either raise them or lower them. It's a bracket that goes underneath there. That thing looks like it is bone stock. Yeah, something. Now that's the pad. It's sitting on it's like Harley floorboards. It's got the little rubber floaty things in there. But yeah, that's more than that. Alright, I gotta go address that. That's why it's a good idea to test ride things, because you just never know what you're gonna come across and go, whoopsie. It just unsettled me pushing down on it when I took that turn. I heard a click. I felt it in my foot. Jeez, that bike came by as I was applying the brakes, and I'm going, man, she's right, it is making a noise. That was like perfect timing, that motorcycle and me hitting the brakes at the same time. It's like the noise of that bike synced. I'm like, yeah, that's making some noise. Daggum two-wheeler guys out messing around with the three-wheeler guys. I like that little balcony thing sitting up there. Kind of looks like it's had to been repaired. It looks like it's been moved in a little bit, doesn't it? I don't know if I'd be leaning on that thing. Leaning on that thing, snap. Next thing you know, you're getting up off the ground, knocking the dust off. I'm like, what happened? Well, I appreciate you guys coming along for another rip on the Spyder. And as I enter the gate, I'm gonna leave you at that. So, thanks again. It kind of followed us home from Home Depot tonight. We've been needing one of these for a long, long time. We're gonna need a bigger boat. Well, hello there, YouTube. That woman gets me in more trouble.
It's my job.
I come up looking for a part or something. She goes, "There, I got something." She goes, "Wait." And I'm like, okay. I thought she had a Spyder or BMW question. She opens up a website. How about that one? Yes. They got 3 of them in stock. Yeah. So, all right. We've been needing one for a while.
It's been a long time.
She's been talking about that for quite some time, actually. And, yep, we got a big old mess going on, and that'll clean her up. That helicopter is moving.
Yeah, it is.
But anyway, the weekend is here.
Yay.
Beautiful. I don't even know if it's still 70 out here. It feels so good.
I know it cooled off really well.
Yeah, nice breeze, and yeah, I'm telling you, it feels like fall and summer.
Yeah.
You have the summer look, but a fall feeling. It's very comfortable.
Enjoy it now.
Whew. Yeah, because next week she's going to be a burner. Over 100 for a couple, 3 days.
Yeah.
Parts manager, he takes the week off. I don't know if I think it was just planned, but
yeah,
it's fun to joke and go, yeah, you don't want to mess with this. He's going to stay in his air conditioner all week.
Yeah, I give him a hard time.
It was just a timing thing. But
yeah.
Anyway, a little old chipper shredder, is that what you call it?
Yeah, well, that's what I call it. It's called a chipper, I think.
Oh.
But I call it chipper shredder.
Whatever. We'll do
mangler.
some lawn maintenance. Need to get those videos done that we did up in Canada.
Yes.
Like, I need to get that done this weekend.
Yeah.
Because we're getting down to crunch time, so I need to get that done. And on that, we're going to roll.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Saturday or Sunday.
Heck yeah. Now where are we going to put this thing?
I know. We're running out of room.
Definitely need a bigger boat.
Yeah, we need a bigger boat.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks now.